In today's Money Watch, 2024 brought some major highs and lows for the business world. From the stock market to inflation, who were the business winners and losers of the year? CBS News MoneyWatch correspondent Kelly O'Grady is with us to look back on some of the biggest stories of the year. And Kelly, let's start with a winner. It's not a surprise. The stock market is right up there. Why?
Yeah, Wall Street was a huge winner this year. And just to give you some context, the Dow finished out 13% ahead, the NASDAQ 29%, the S&P, yeah. Okay, in a year.
Whoa.
And the S&P 500 gained 23%. And that was back-to-back gains of over 20%. Just for some context, the S&P 500 normally rises 8%, so it's a huge jump. The reason why were the tech stocks, Apple, Nvidia, this excitement around AI investment, interest rate cuts. Investors were really excited to see that as well. And then what we like to call the Trump trade. There's a lot of optimism that this next administration will be good for business with tax cuts, less regulation.
And NASDAQ has a lot of tech companies, so that's why it rose so much more. Okay, let's talk about crypto. Bitcoin also hit an all-time high. But are we just waiting for the bubble to burst?
Hopefully not, if you're invested in Bitcoin. So look, the Bitcoin and the crypto space has become a lot more mainstream. So anywhere from 7 to 21% of Americans own some kind of crypto.
Wow.
It's becoming a lot more accepted. But this big increase that you've seen in Bitcoin has really been about whether President Trump will make good on a lot of these promises. You know, no tax on crypto transactions, holding Bitcoin as a part of the strategic reserve. He has made himself out to be this crypto president. And so the optimism that you've seen is betting that you are just going to see it keep going up. If he doesn't make good on some of those promises, you could see it slip.
When you mention President Trump, people think Elon Musk now, tied at the hip, one of the most successful individuals business-wise in 2024. First of all, how much did he make? And then let's go to the average American and how they fared actually this year.
Yeah, Elon Musk was a huge winner of 2024. He passed the $400 billion net worth amount. Wow. Okay, that no one has ever done that before. He gained over $230 billion in wealth in last year alone, and that was because of SpaceX increase in valuation and also the Tesla stock. We just talked about how good the market did. He really benefited from that. And of course, investors are betting that he's going to have influence on the next administration, and that will help his companies.
That's almost $500 billion, am I right?
Yes,
what do you do with all that money?
Huge.
You go to space.
But to your point, you go to space, exactly. To your point, the average American, I mean, I don't know about you, I didn't gain $1 billion, okay? Didn't gain anywhere near close to that. This was a really more delicate balance because inflation has made progress. We've talked about this before, but you're seeing over the past few years, prices have risen over 22% cumulatively. So even though our wages are growing faster than inflation, it's gonna take a while for us to feel that in our wallets.
Why is that, Kelly? If wages are outpacing inflation, why are we not feeling it now?
Because inflation for so long was elevated, and wages back then
We're just catching up.
weren't exactly, and it's going to take a while. But of course, we've talked about that delicate balance. If we have tariffs, things like that, that balance could swing out of whack.
Oh my God.
Not fair.
All right.
It is not fair.
Kelly, thank you so much for joining us.